These are super handy. That's it. That's the intro. All right, this is the DM50 from On Stage. Now, On Stage, if you're not familiar with them, they make a bunch of stands, right? They do microphone stands, keyboard stands, like any type of stand for music-based equipment and instruments. They make it, and they make a bunch of other stuff. And yeah, they happen to make these. What are these? Well, these are drum rim mic mounts or mic clips, depending on which side of the box you read. And I quite like them. I got one handy somewhere here. I've got one with a mic on it here. This is one of my TSM 411s from CAD. These are my go-to tom mics these days. And yeah, essentially, we've got a little screw here with a big indent there that goes on top of the drum rim. This goes underneath, and you tighten it to taste to keep it on, and then you can adjust. There's a bolt back here that can adjust how high or how low this is, and it's pretty great. I'm going to be keeping mine like so, to save myself a bunch of time and a bunch of extra weight. Microphone stands weigh a lot, so I'm moving to drum rim clips just to save myself some setup time and some weight in terms of hauling stuff in. A lot of the time, truth be told, I'm not miking up toms for live drums in my area just because the venues are small enough that 2 overheads, a snare, and a kick is usually enough, but I've got a gig coming up where they need a more rider-friendly, pull out the stops kind of thing. So I'm doing some tom mics. And yeah, like I said, I quite like these. These are CAD. I'm a CAD dealer, so I got them on a really good price. I am also an on-stage stand dealer, so as always, take everything with a grain of salt. I did look into some alternatives just to make sure I wasn't too biased on how much I like this product. And when I popped on Amazon, all I could really find, I found a bunch of less expensive options that were all made of plastic, and they kind of forcibly clip on, or they have some spring tension stuff. I hear the Shure plastic ones are actually pretty good, but when it comes to molded plastic clip-on stuff for professional environments, proceed with caution unless it's a name brand that's earned its reputation, because like if you go with the Shures, you're probably fine. I know Sennheiser makes some clip stuff too that I've heard pretty good things about, but I went with these because I don't know if that's coming through at all. They're largely metal, right? We've got a plastic cap here, we've got some rubberized stuff here and here, but all the stuff that I would generally see break on something like this is metal. These are rubberized here just to give you a bit of isolation between the drum rim and the mic. That is nice to see. And we've got rubber on anywhere they would interact, and a pad back here, which is really nice. Anywhere it would interact with a drum. So we shouldn't worry too much about scratching anything. They do end up being a little bit tall, but as you can see, this lip here, it looks like it should be pretty tall, but as soon as you add an XLR cable to the microphone, other way, the mic's going to be taller than the clip anyway. So even at a hefty angle, the back of this isn't going to get in the way any more than the microphone does. So they end up saving you a lot of space on stage, which is really nice just because you have a whole lot less tripods going on from your stands. They are really convenient. Like I said, I can leave this as is, all packaged up nicely, and when I go, I just clip it on, good to go. So save myself time, save myself a lot of weight because this weighs a whole lot less than a microphone stand. Yeah, these I quite dig these. You'll find they are a fairly common design, so you may find them under some other brand names, but the beauty of going with OnStage for these is, an actual legit company backing them up, just in case there's any issues, if it shows up like a strip this or that. But let's show you a bit how everything kind of works here. So as I mentioned, this is the part that you would attach to the drum itself, and I did a little bit of B-roll, hopefully showing you how it clips on, and it is nicely padded to make sure nothing is interacting with metal-wise with the drum. Both good acoustically, right? In terms of less vibrations when you hit the drum going just vibrating into the stand, as well as, again, you don't want to scratch up somebody's drum kit. They tend not to like that. Now we have this nice captive bolt screw system here. So this back bolt is how you would tighten that. So now it's at that spot. I loosen it, bring it up here. Now it's at that spot. So that's that there. And then we do have another nut here. That is actually a really good choice in this design. It helps keep our mics in place. So I got, now this is my, usually my snare mic of choice is, my nice Beta 57 here, or SM57 has roughly the same form factor. So when I take that, it's not screw this bolt in. You actually have to spin the mic on it. Now, if you just go as tight as it goes, right? And it won't go anywhere because, again, this is a captive screw here, so this doesn't just loosen and then spin. And I've seen some that at least look to do that. I don't own any of those. But what you actually should do is you loosen that off a bit, get it at the angle you want, and then we just bring this guy back. And there we are. Now the mic stays at the angle that it's supposed to. This particular clip, not as tight, although there we go. Just because it gets a little hard. Let's see if I can hide my face. I'll bring it into the light. There we go. Now it's focusing. Because this clip is roughly the same diameter as that nut there, it gets a little finicky to get my fingers in there, but is doable. And then, yeah, you just adjust the taste. So if I clamp that onto a snare, there we go. Problem solved. Again, nice and isolated. Sweet. This one I was able to tighten that nut quite a bit more just because there is, hopefully you can see, a little more clearance to get in there. But it'll work with things like this is the stock Shure mount that came with this Beta 57. And, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, these are the DM50. I've got 4 of them total. I bought them all for my setup, even though, like I said, I am an OnStage dealer, but I needed some drum mic clips, so I went with them. Yeah, they have a safety formulated, feel good on stage. Find out more at onstage.com. I have a suspicion that's why they don't have to include the "this gives you cancer in California" thing. So they're probably using paints and stuff that don't fall under that. But yeah, I'm just really happy with these. They feel really good. They're built well. Again, they're metal in all the places that I would want metal to be. They're coated in all the places I would want them to be. They have rubber where it needs to be. They're robust. They're sturdy. And again, it's a name brand option. So there's a whole bunch of no-name brand ones out there. A lot of them are plastic. There's a few metal ones that look almost identical to this. The irony is the no-name brand metal ones that I managed to find out there were either $2 cheaper or like $5 more, depending on where I found these guys. So I would recommend these over, going with like a no-name brand just for the fact that you have a company to contact if you do have any issues. And OnStage has always stood behind their products really well and make good stuff. They've been around for ages. So, yeah, I'm happy with these. Like I said, DM50 mic clips. They're good. They work. Get yourself set and enjoy it. talk to you in the next video.